Libra, there will be tea. Tea that I feel like comes out from within yourself, about yourself. Because we start off Virgo season with your ruling planet Venus in Virgo. And my deck just gave me this beautiful little gift. Venus in Virgo is the 9 of Pentacles. And I feel like on August 28th, when your ruling planet goes home into Libra, we're going from 9 of Pentacles to Empress energy, baby. And it's giving upgrade. It's giving receiving what I actually deserve, attracting in what I actually deserve, because I let Virgo, Venus and Virgo, do its work and make me get really clear about what it is that I want, what my standards are, what I deserve, what holes have been in my, self-worth or self-love cup. It's giving upgrade, boo-boo. You ready? Yo, what's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the General Tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon. I knew I saw it. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. I also don't remember if I said August 28th or 29th, but Venus goes into Libra on August 29th. She's going home. And there's something about return, like that feeling of being at home with yourself, being comfortable with yourself, knowing what you want, knowing what you deserve, feeling comfortable with someone, feeling at home with someone. But you only attract that in because, remember, Venus is the planet of attraction. Venus's function is attraction. It's like you giving that to yourself attracts in experiences, people, encounters, activities that it's like feels like home to you, feels like reset, like there's something just so like like the judge is judging in some sort of a way. um Hydrate, light it if you need it. I like that phrase better, instead of light it if you got it, because a lot of us always got it, but light it if you need it. And I'm finding myself not needing it a lot lately. And y'all like my new earrings? They're like waiters. Shout out to my bestie for giving them to me. And let's go ahead and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. Go check out that Virgo season astrology video that I dropped. It has all of the important, astrological aspects, dates, and transits that you should be paying attention to. But yeah, it's giving upgrade. It's giving balance, beauty, connection, symmetry, art. It's giving love. Love of self, love with another person, love in like platonic connections, familial love, all the things. And it's like, are you going to give yourself that or not? You going to let yourself have that or not? Are you going to do that thing where you put everybody in front of you or not? Are you going to prioritize everybody else's comfortability before your truth or not? You ready to rock the boat? Just checking. Let's see. Breathe as we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. I feel like Virgo season is going to feel a lot like your season. And I feel like the importance of Virgo coming before Libra, it's I analyze, then I balance. It's like analyze what is out of balance so that in your season you can actually experience balance versus scrambling for it and fighting for it. Um, Tend to the things now. I feel like Virgo season is really going to help you get ahead of the game. It's really going to help you figure out like all the adjustments that need to be made in your time management skills, the adjustments that need to be made in your heart, love, energy management sectors, so that come your birthday season, it gives balance, and you get to actually experience it. All right. Welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. So don't be too sensitive about the corrections that come up. Don't let yourself, some of you, I feel like your relationship to your inner critic, your relationship to your inner critic is going to strengthen, and you got to watch out for negative self-talk and beating yourself up. I was struggling with this yesterday. I'm a Libra rising. And it's already starting to like happen. We're about like 9 days out from Venus going into Libra. And so Venus is at those like in the last decan in those critical degrees of those really most intense degrees of Virgo. And so I feel like she's really going to leave you with a lot of lessons. This transit is going to leave you with a lot of self-awareness, a lot of awareness of how you talk to yourself, how you should be talking to yourself, awareness about shifts that need to be made in your schedule, in your routine, getting some kind of a schedule or routine for some of you, for some of us. But either way, she's leaving Virgo with so much awareness and is going to attract in so much balance in the next few weeks. So, all right. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. Asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra. Ace of Cups reversed is the first card out. And so there's something here about what the divine is giving you and you feeling worthy of receiving it. There, I feel like first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is like an emotional outpouring, a spiritual outpouring, a creative outpouring. I feel like for some reason, this is bringing up worthiness. Do you feel worthy of receiving all the blessings that the divine is trying to give you? The good things that have come into your life recently, the aha moments that have happened. For some of you, there's just a profound outpouring. Also, there could be a lot of people that are trying to holler at you, trying to get at you, people who are trying to date you, and you're finally understanding like your worth, and it's easy for you to say no to what isn't like up to par, what isn't of your on your level. I feel like this almost feels kind of like a test. Can you say no to the things that aren't of the caliber that you're trying to attract into your life? First thing to be clarified is in Virgo season, do you know how to say no? Do you know how to identify when something is off brand for you, or something isn't, good enough, or something, how do I describe that? I feel like your standards are raising, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and your standards for yourself, your standards for the company that you keep. And I feel like the divine's going to be testing that. You say that you want something on this level. Can you say no to what isn't on that level? You say you want someone or a career or an experience or friendships or familial experiences of this caliber. Do you know how to remove yourself from that? What's going on with self love? What's going on with your self love, self care routines? I feel like there's an outpouring of awareness, an outpouring of emotion, an outpouring of love, of creativity. There's opportunities for new depths in your spirituality. But I feel like there's also something like, this makes me think of, y'all always see me, the cup that I always drink, it's balancing my mic right now, and I dare not touch it. But I only drink water out of that cup. And I remember one time I went to clean the cup and I was just like, oh, I've been drinking out of this cup. And granted, it was only water, but I would put supplements in that water all the time. And so I just was like, oh, it's clean, Bob. This is a couple years ago. And I don't know why it's making me think of this story. But there's something here about like check in on your cup, and your cup being symbolic of your life, your cup being symbolic of your heart. I feel like some of us are in a place where we're like clearing out our lives, cleaning out our lives, cleaning out our hearts and the contents of them. And the divine's going to hold your hand through it. The divine's going to bring in goodness and sweetness and help and friendship and the support that you need while you learn how to clean out your cup and how to do it more frequently. And there's almost like this clearing out of old cycles, because the divine is trying to bring in something new. Aces are like by way of the Almighty, by way of the divine. They're trying to give you something. But some of you may be struggling to receive this cup. Some of you may be struggling to put down other things that you're holding. Oop, I just saw 1111. Some of you are struggling to put down other things that you're holding because both hands are required to take this cup. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements coming into your life. Someone that requires like your full attention. Something that you are passionate about that requires your full attention. And are you denying yourself that level? Like, are you denying all 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck? Some of you have like sadness or regret or anxiety or remorse, or some of you are afraid of the past repeating itself. Some of us are afraid of exploring our darkness, exploring our shadow. Hydrate. All right, please continue. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The Hangman reverse, but we're getting free. There's some big, you see that halo around him? I feel like Mercury retrograde in Leo, that halo is indicative of the sun. Sun rules Leo. And so there's this big aha moment, big awareness coming in. And I like the way that the hand is moving towards the Hangman. You're starting to see, like, if I keep myself in the same subconscious mindset, if I don't allow myself to acknowledge my pain, my emotions, if I just stay in like la willful blindness mode, if I just stay, stuck in my routines or clinging to my routines and not letting myself change or feel or acknowledge like what needs to shift, I'm not going to have like my hand, I'm binding myself. My hands are not in the position to grab this thing, and some of us may be put in a position where we're acknowledging that about ourselves or acknowledging that about someone else. This may be somebody that has Pisces placements. Some of us are really breaking free from our addictions that we had to people, or our addictions that we had to pain, or our aversion to acknowledging some profoundly painful things that have happened in our youth or in the last 10, 12 years. There's something there around I like the Hangman reverse, because this feels like a rush of blood to the head, and you finally, like, sudden awareness. Suddenly I see the flaws. Suddenly I get it. Suddenly, like, the big picture gets revealed to me. Suddenly I can feel. Suddenly I can see. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Some of you go listen to Coldplay's Rush of Blood to the Head. Wow. Center of the reading is the Ten of Cups. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. And final card is the Devil. Here for it. Bottom of the deck. Well, then we had the Five of Wands and the Three of Wands after that. But the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, which I do feel like is very you. Us, getting to this point of being very masterful in our minds, but not letting it get to the point where we're like cold within ourselves, or that we're like holding ourselves back. So I feel like I'm going to let the Five of Wands be the bottom of the deck. And the Five of Wands is saying that this season, there's so much going on. There's so much that you're good at, so much that you want to do, and you may not know where to start. And where to start is the observation of what's going on with you faith-wise, belief-wise, and what's going on with your subconscious mind, and what your subconscious mind is affirming. What settings, what psychocybernetic settings what psychocybernetic settings is your subconscious mind affirming? I just felt this wave of darkness go by. And that's funny that the Devil's this final card out. And it didn't feel scary. It was just like, Libras, everything is like, we have this thing where we're known for being like light and bright and airy, and like we govern the aesthetics and we make everything pretty, but there's some dark, dirty, heavy shit going on underneath the surface. And before you get to your season, the divine's going to make sure that you face your darkness, that you face your fears, that you face your shadows, that you're aware of what has a hold on you. Two major arcana out. So I feel like the majority of this season has to do with your relationship to receptivity. Early in the season, I do think there's some sort of like redirection with the Hangman reverse, and then the closer that we get to like closing out Virgo season, there's going to be some like Saturnian big lessons coming in. Venus spending all that time in Virgo has been in a loose opposition with Saturn retrograde. And I feel like the result of that opposition is going to come to a head or reveal itself in some way. Ooh, I'm ready to clarify this over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, me and the Spartan Spirit Squad, my ethical cult, we're going to clarify all these cards and dive deeper. It usually ends up being another 15 to 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, we'll say, depending on the reading. So check that out. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok is JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Over there, you can book a personal reading with me, or you can also explore the Salvage Spirit Apothecary and get you a little something to make yourself feel better. All the links are in the description box below, but let's get back into this. So I can't stop looking at this Ace of Cups reversed. That is, I feel like, the most important thing, because there's something here about there's goodness that wants to come in, sweetness, depth, intensity that wants to come in. And I feel like you've been blocking it in some sort of way, or you've been holding yourself back from receiving it in some sort of way. But I do feel like where there was conflict, you have the ability to experience stability emotionally, spiritually, creatively, and you have the ability to get yourself unstuck, because there's a lot of like big aha moments, big realizations coming in. It may involve somebody with Pisces placement specifically, but I do feel like there's like watery emotional people coming into your life, and that's going to help generate this brand new cycle in the realm of togetherness, sweetness, love, connection, family. Like you finally, I feel like, get to figure out what it is that has been holding you back from experiencing your particular version of the Ten of Cups. I feel like there's fulfillment available to you, a brand new cycle in your emotions, in your spirituality, in your creativity, and a brand new cycle with somebody that has Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. But the thing is, it takes a fuck ton of rain to get a rainbow that big, babe. And I feel like Libras, you have been going through it and keeping your mouth shut. You've been going through it and just like, just keep on trucking in some sort of way. And I feel like for some of you, you have evaded all of the pain that you've been going through and experiencing, all the pain that's been like rushing up to the surface, that rush of blood to the head. And some of us have been brave enough to really like look at it, and that's why there's all this freedom from shame, freedom from guilt, freedom from punishment, and like that negative self-talk that we've been experiencing with ourselves. You examine that negative self-talk, you examine the ways that you judge yourself and implement action. Whoo, things change. Things change. Because the thing is that the self-critic, the inner critic, isn't necessarily wrong. They're calling you the fuck out on some stuff that you need to pay attention to. Now, how harsh you are on yourself in regards to what they have to say, that's the issue. How personally you take it versus letting yourself observe, okay, this is off balance, this is fucked up, this needs to be addressed, let's implement a change of behavior. And that's intelligence. I feel like that's true intelligence. That is a sign of true intelligence. I'm noticing that something is fucked up, and I'm absorbing new information about how to change it, and then I actually implement the change. That's true intelligence. And so a lot of us have been holding ourselves back. A lot of us have been in scarcity and lack mentality. A lot of us have been fearful around love and togetherness. The Four of Pentacles came out for Virgo as well. So there's something about establishing a new relationship or a new foundation in regards to work, in regards to money, in regards to your self-worth, in regards to money management. Some of you like just want to blow it all on something or someone. Some of you are really afraid of commitment because you are afraid to be like locked down, or you're afraid to be bound. Some of you are really struggling with commitment because there's a lot of fear tied to it. Some of you are being extremely clingy. Some of you are being extreme, like your fears in your relationship, your attachment issues are showing up. And some of you are noticing that like you don't attach to people. You try to connect with people, but you don't attach. And is that healthy? There is a secure attachment style, but then there's also fearful and dismissive and avoidant. And so I do think that Virgo season is really going to help point out what's going on with your attachment style. Because for the Ten of Cups to be at the center of the reading, it's like, let's be honest, this is what you want. You want fulfillment. You want togetherness. You want family. You want that like long-term love, happy, good shit. The ooey gooey. as I like to refer to it. You want that ooey gooey shit, but you're going to have to let go of some, you're going to have to face and let go of some major fears to get it how you want it. Now, both of these are Capricorn cards. And so and Capricorn is a sign of I do, I use. And so there's something here going on about how you use people, what you do when you're in love, what you do when you attach to people, what you do when you are low on money, how you behave when you're low on money, how you behave when you're afraid, how you act when, there's all those memes about like Libras accidentally flirting their ways into a relationship, and there's some shred of truth to that. Some of you are like, you're just nice, and or you're just super flirty, and then all of a sudden like somebody is trying to be your partner, and you're like, oh shit, like that's not, abort mission, this is not what I like wanted to do, this is like not what we expected. Hydrate. There's this book called Come Here, Go Away that some of you need to read. I feel like there's this awareness of like, some of you are afraid to be in a relationship because you're fucking possessive, because you're clingy, because you don't play about yours. Um, and some of you are afraid to reveal that side of yourself to this person that you're interested in. All right. So I feel like there is something, like there is a leveling up, there is an upgrade that the divine is trying to give you, and you've got to work on your worthiness of receiving it. You've got to really evaluate what's going on in your subconscious mind, what's gone on in your past that has some of you shameful, fearful, like self-flagellating, like some of you are really punishing yourselves. And some of you have like finally do the work to break free of the fear, do the work to break the affirmations of negativity that the subconscious mind has been perpetuating in your life over and over. Some of you are finally acknowledging some of the past, some of the things from your past that have held you back from loving wholeheartedly, fully, obnoxiously, sweetly. You know what I mean? Like you being in that like teenager, childlike like place, idealistic love. And some of you are really trying to go the distance with somebody that has Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Capricorn placements. Some of you are holding on to this Capricorn too tightly. Some of you are like, there is something, it's giving fearful, it's giving anxious, it's giving clingy. When love is supposed to be like uniting and free and comfortable, and some of you are really needing to evaluate the hold that you have on this Capricorn or that they have on you, and where the source of this fear comes from. That's why the Hangman is coming up to be reversed. Like you have the opportunity to go to therapy, you have the opportunity to look at yourself, you have the opportunity to self-evaluate, to do all the things that need to be done so that you can get out of this place of lack or scarcity mentality around money, around your self-worth, around this Capricorn, this Taurus or Virgo, whatever it is. It's like, this is not how love is supposed to look. You ain't about to chain me. You ain't about to bind me the fuck up. Absolutely not. And so, but this, yes. It feels like that meme where it's like, this, yes. That, no. Like, no, we're not doing that. And so some of us have been keeping ourselves single because we know we got some internal work to do when it comes to being in a relationship. But also, some of you have found somebody that is just as like possessive or just as like clingy. I feel like there's like playful versions of that versus like the toxic version of like obsessive and clingy. There's like a healthier, kind of version in a way. And some of you have found somebody that like you found your match. But let's just work on getting it healthy so that you're not perpetuating conflict that can be avoided in the future. And so that you can get masterful in the realm of your mind and really also, okay, some of you who are single are like maybe really like considering or figuring out how you feel about playing the field. There could be a lot of people trying to holler at you. There could be some conflict with someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. There could be conflict that's coming up to be revealed around this. Some of you may be trying to court somebody and they find out that you're like still dating and or fucking a bunch of other people and they keep it moving or they move on from you and you got to decide what you want. That's where this Ace of Cups reverse comes out. Some of you have to really figure out, are you playing the field? Are you going to let yourself commit? What is and why are you afraid to commit? Like what's really holding you back? What's really got you feeling fearful or scared to experience this level of joy with somebody? I say a lot of you, but flip it. Maybe the Capricorn's being kind of crazy about you. But I do feel like there's something going on about addressing the root of the problem. Libra, like we kind of are stereotypically like to hang out on the surface, and in Virgo season you're not going to be allowed to do that. In Virgo season you will be looking underneath the hood. You will be forced to go fucking deep within yourself, deep within, like deep into the why. Why do I do what I do when I know what I know? Why do I behave the way that I behave when I have what I have? And you got to get real clear about what your particular brand of the 10 of Cups is. How does that look for you? And does your particular brand match with who you're trying to pair with? Do we have the same life goals? Do we have the same relationship goals? Do we have the same outlook on life? Do we have shared values? Don't just hold on to something because it's what you want and it has, and there's all this heat and sex and, like passion between the two of you. Because the devil is like, there is this zest for life coming up. There is like this, like, this just like love of the fullness of this life experience. The devil is sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but he's also like, yo, you got to face your fears. And I'm ready to clarify these cards, yo. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.